Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning in once again on Vedic Spirituality channel. Thank you so much for the many views on the last video, especially the German video got quite a lot of views. Thank you very much for sharing, for liking, for subscribing and putting the notification bell. That really helps to keep me motivated to do videos. And as I promised, I will do a second part of a continuation of the last video, especially to talk about where all these things which I saw in that chart will lead us to, and whether or not the plans of the evil forces that hold their tight grip over humanity, over millennia, will succeed or not. Alright, so this is a very exciting topic to get into. And of course, short disclaimer, this is my personal views. I cannot say more than is coming to my mind or coming to my download or whatever. So don't take it as an absolute truth, just take it as an interesting information, and time will tell. Alright. So today actually is a Saturn-Jupiter conjunction. It was around 7 hours ago, I believe so, yeah. 7 hours ago. It was at 7 o'clock, now it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm still working. I have still another 1-2 hours working for nothing. However, therefore I'm a bit delayed with this video. So I will not, this second part of the last part, I will not put together into the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction because it will become too much. So therefore, definitely stay tuned for the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction video that will come sometime after this video. So make sure you subscribed and put the notification so you will not miss it, because there is definitely stuff I'm going to say there that you will not find anywhere else on the whole YouTube. Because yeah, my approach is always a bit different, my mind always works a little bit different, my background is also a bit different from all other astrologers. So anyway, however, let's get into it. So this is the last video's discussion, so just to put everything again together in refresh everything. So what we discussed is that the whole thing goes, it's about the power struggle. We have his Jesta Nakshatra, which is about power and rulership. So, and interestingly enough, this 1412, this happened on the day where this US Electoral College came together to vote. And what we saw is another aspect we discussed is this the sun and the moon being in this Vayu Nakshatra, Vayu Muhurta degree, which is about the woman which is impregnated some time ago, which figuratively means that there are plans since centuries put together which are now about to come to life, come to the light, come to the light of the world. So it is, all these plans are now in the stage of high pregnancy where the contraction starts. And then we also discussed that this Rahu, the whole reason why all these things happens has some kind of occult, secretive thing to it because of this Nagana Karna, which is ruled by Rahu. And these forces which have this long-term plans, which have occult, secretive connotation to it, they are trying to maintain their power. Here is Vishnu Muhurta. So whatever is happening is there for these secretive occult circles to maintain their power and to give final birth to their long-term plans. Alright, so this is what we discussed last time. And then the question came, oh my god, where is the question? The question is here. The question came, will they be able to maintain the power? Will they able to bring their dreams or their long kept plans or long thought out plans to reality? Will they be able to establish this dystopian, this 1984 type society? Will they be able to bring this into reality? So for that, we will move to this screen here. That is Jagannath Hora software I'm using. It's for free. If you want to download it, just Google Jagannath Hora, download, you will find it. And we're going to look at the shasti amsa, the D60. That is the mathematical abstraction or whatever from the main chart. You cut the main chart into 60 parts and then rewind it again on the 12 zodiacs. Then you get this chart here, and it says what in the end, under the line, what remains, what is the result. And so we were talking about these actors, Rahu, Ketu, who are these occult forces who are trying to maintain their power. We talked about the sun and the moon, who are where it's shown that these plans are now coming to fructification, to taking birth, will become evident, and will be seen what their plans were, and they will become now evident. So these two actors, Rahu, Ketu, also Rahu especially here, and then the sun and the moon, they are in the shasti amsa, are really garbage. The sun is in debilitation, and that means that the kingdom they are seeking to establish will fall. It's not going to happen. And Rahu is really desperate here in this Virgo. So you might not be familiar. This is starting here with Aries, then you count you get here to Virgo, here to Libra. This is Sagittarius, Capricorn, Pisces. So this Kanya, Virgo, is a house of Mercury, and in this Mars is there, which is so Mars is in a environment that he doesn't like. Mars considers Mercury an enemy because Mars is about action, going in and doing stuff without a second thought, and Mercury is about planning and having second thoughts. So this energy of Mars to go out and just get it done is not flowing freely. It is starved. And then Venus is in debilitation in Virgo, and that means it cannot function. Venus is there to stay healthy, to have a happy life, to feel satisfied. Not emotionally satisfied, that is the moon, but satisfied in terms of our experiences, relationships, and so on. So that means Rahu, which represents all this occult world and stuff, and this occult agenda, which tries to maintain their power, which orchestrates this whole pandemic and all these things, they are really, really desperate. They are trying to act, but it cannot really flow. They're doing stupid things that is really not good for them. Venus in debilitation. And I made in the German video I made before this, I forgot to mention that due to this, things can become also quite ugly. I mean, if Mars is a soldier, it's a warrior, and in his good phase he's like the warrior for justice, but if he's in debilitation or in bad shape, he can become that nasty soldier who just rapes and tortures and stuff like that. So that is rather the case here, because they're really desperate, they're really not in a good shape, not in a good conscience, not on top of their game, so they become nasty. Mars, not so much, but Venus rather, yes. So anyway, we have a little bit help of Jupiter here, but anyway, not just wanted to mention that it doesn't. It's not that things will become now immediately very nice and their projects fail, and in 2 months in the future we will see like a positive new world order, which in a positive sense. I rather think things will go really topsy-turvy now, but they will fail on the long term. Okay, that's quite an important thing. I forgot to mention this in the German video. So those of you who watched the German video now watching this, congratulations, you got a really good information extra. So, however, so the king will fall. Sun is in debilitation, so that could mean that the current president, Trump, will fall. But why I rather tend to say Biden will fall? Because this has happened on the 14th of December, where Biden was already declared the winner by all the media, and all people in their right mind would consider Biden to be the winner. But anyway, that is right mind in, however. So at that point he was actually the king. He was the president-elect in everyone's official opinion, so to say. And on that day the electoral college met, and they voted. In the official opinion again, Biden is the winner, he's the king. But therefore I would rather say the king that falls here is not Trump, the current president, but the current president-elect who will fall. Because it's really, the date is really election considered. If this would be the chart for the date where the people really elected, then this would mean Trump would not become president. But since this is on the page where everyone thinks Biden won, that means the current president-elect will fall. Therefore, I used this title and thumbnail in this way I did, because of this instance. So, these elements which we are talking about, this occult agenda and this new world order that is just in the state of delivery, these agendas are not going to happen, but, and that is an important thing, they are really nasty. So things can really become ugly due to that. It's like the sun in debilitation has no, like a king that has no conscience anymore, and who just doesn't care, who just does anything, whatever he likes, like really like a tyrant whose days are numbered and just does all the bad he can do. But however, the people, Saturn, the common man, they are strong. Capricorn, unshaked, steady, and Jupiter as well. The means people will be able to stay in the right mind due to a strong religious, spiritual basis. So that will become prevalent, and that will sustain the sanity of the common man. Whereas the elites, with their agendas, they are just going to waste. Alright, so it's pretty good. I mean, from looking at the news, what is going on in the news, I would never conclude this, but just looking at the chart, this is what I see, this is what I have to say, because it's that what comes to my mind. So as I said, this is definitely not the absolute truth. It's just one way to use astrology to look at it, and I think it's pretty interesting. Time will tell. Rather sooner. Some aspect will be shown sooner, some aspect will be shown later. So, alright, thanks very much for tuning in. This is all what I wanted to say about this, and please stay tuned for the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction. Actually, the video would be ideally today, but it doesn't matter actually, because this conjunction, the effect of it will be shown over time, so it doesn't matter even if I do it after a week. It is still very current and relevant. And as I said, I have quite something to say about that, so make sure you will not miss the video. To make that sure, hit the subscribe button, push the bell, so when you push the bell when I will upload the video, you will get a notification on your smartphone that Vedic Spirituality has a new video, and it will be called probably The Great Reset, as in heaven, so on earth, or something like that. Alright, so thanks for tuning in. I wish you a very pleasant day or night or wherever you are, and yeah, stay mentally healthy, don't make yourself crazy, and yeah, see you.